Hello, hello, hello. Time to wake up. I've had 5 alarms that have gone off already, so this is your one alarm from Mama Peace. Wake up, wake up. Come on in here and let's say hello. It's Saturday. I know it's that day to sleep in, and boy, did I want to sleep in this morning, but I didn't. I'm here. So when you get in here, just hit the share button and share this with somebody. Just let people know that there's joy in the morning. Morning Cuppa Joy. So hello, whoever just found us. Come in and let me know who you are, because I don't know unless you tell me. All right, so let's go into our hearts. Let's take a moment to just pause from everything, all your to-dos, all of your have-tos. Thank you, Annie7. I appreciate the share. So whatever's going on in your head right now, let's just slow it down. Morning, Ricky and Josie. All right, so touching the heart center. Morning, Catherine. When we touch the heart, it brings our focus to the heart, and everything becomes heart-centered. So do that, and then slow down the breathing. Breathe in, filling your lungs completely up. Not shallow, but take in that full breath of air. And exhale. One more time. Breathe in deeply, slowly. And exhale. And now let's add in love, care, compassion, joy, whatever makes you smile. And remember, smiling. A smile magnifies incredible, loving energy. What you're putting out from you is important. And if you're smiling at somebody, you're saying, I accept you. I just love you unconditionally. And then let it go. Beautiful, beautiful. Hello, Auntie Jean. Hello, Catherine Kovacs. And Blue Jean. We got the pair of jeans in the house this morning. And Blue says, good morning. It's really cold, but I hear geese, woodpeckers, and other feathered friends. Well, it is officially springtime, Jean. So y'all need to get with the program up there in Vermont. Suzanne, good morning to you. Andrea, good morning. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're here. Hello, everybody. I'm looking for my water. So give me a minute because I left it by the bed. Okay. Kathy Hand, good morning to you. All right. How's everybody doing? Saturday morning. Yeah, this is your Saturday morning cartoon. I might not be an animated character. I could be, but this is the fun time. This is to come in and just enjoy each other and laugh. Remember Saturday morning cartoons? You didn't want to get up off the couch. You just wanted to sit there and be entertained. Oh, sweet Dolly. How is Dolly doing? I love the video that you sent me, Blue. And I know it's mud season, isn't it? I saw the mud. I know you're out there stomping in mud puddles. Anna, you're still laying down. You don't want to move. You don't have to. That's the beauty of it. I remember Saturday morning cartoons and just saying, nah, I don't think I just even want to get up. I just want to lay here and be entertained and lazy on the Saturday morning and see you can do that. Just be lazy. Just don't fall asleep because we need you. We need all the love flowing here. Sally and Tony, good morning, good morning. And Annie's Grayson. Grayson, Sally wakes me up every morning at 5 a.m. I don't know what Sally is. Okay. I know autocorrect. Sometimes I can read it and sometimes I can't. Charlie, good morning. And Erica, good morning, darling. Kathy's at your desk watching the birds and the squirrels. Yay. All the little animals out in the spring. Marietta, good morning, sweet Marietta. Can you check in and let us know where you are? Because I want to keep track of that sweet dreams as it drifts down the waterways and takes you with it. Blue says Dolly was great. Where she is by the river is warm and no snow at all. I loved seeing your yard with the patches of snow in it. That'll all be gone soon. I know. A bear just came by and the dogs are barking and guarding. Well, thank you, Pocky and Gruff. Keep those bears away from your mama. We need our blue jean. All right, let me check and see what the angel said last night because I have no idea. I think I wrote it while I was half asleep. All right, it is called Reflections. You can safely assume you've created God in your own image when it turns out that God hates all the same people you do. And that's by Anne Lamott. I did a big purge of my belief system just over a decade ago. Nothing on earth stays the same. Each day we have new experiences, thoughts, losses, and additions in our lives. When a marriage falls apart, it makes you consider your beliefs about the institution of marriage and the interaction with others. If there was abuse, you look at how someone could possibly inflict such pain on another. Everything comes under scrutiny, even the making of choices. We start to question our decision-making skills. There's an experience called conscious uncoupling, which I have helped people with as a means to remain close to someone after a relationship has run its course and both are ready to move on, yet remain in each other's lives. This may be one of the beliefs that you need to revisit and see if it still holds true for you. Not all relationships are forever. Some are for a reason, and some are for a season. Dear angels, I believe that it's a good thing to revisit what feeds us and keeps us going forward on a daily basis. Each night I look back at the day and I ask for forgiveness where there was anything other than love shown. Patience will go a long way in helping to be okay with whatever took place throughout the day. Dear ones, your thoughts are going constantly in your awake time. You can consciously steer them toward a more positive direction, which will then lead to inner peace. It's like the inner pieces piece. If you are seeing anything tumultuous and unsettling in your outside world, just know that the energy behind it is what is happening inside of you. Change the inside, and you will change the outside. This is the freedom that you seek. This is returning home to love. Gently let go of anything that is not in alignment, whether that's a person, a place, or a thing, or perhaps a belief. Dear angels, today I promise to do a checkup on the state of my inner peace. We have to do that checkup every day. Every day we change and shift. And I found that when my marriage fell apart, I wish I'd had someone like me that could take me by the hand and just tell me it was okay. And it took me a year. I took a full year to release all of the anger, all of the pain, all the hurt. So sometimes a long-term marriage or a long-term relationship that's been going on for 15, 20, 30, 40 years, that all of a sudden you realize this isn't what I want. This isn't how I want to live the rest of my life. Um, Sometimes it takes somebody else to step in and say, okay, it's okay. It's okay. Not every relationship is like going to last forever. Good morning, sweet Isabel. But it's not just relationships with a partner. It's relationships with places, with things. My mom lived in the little town where I was born and grew up, and she lived there until my dad passed. And then when my dad passed, she was free to move. She realized that wasn't where she wanted to be the rest of her life. So sometimes it's uncoupling from a place. Sometimes it's a house or a car or something that comes to mean a lot to you. I really enjoyed my car that I had before the Angel Mobile. It was one of the things that I got out of the marriage, like the only thing pretty much I got out of the marriage. And I didn't want to give it up, but I knew that it wasn't the car that I needed to have to do what I do. So it's attachment. That's what we're talking about. Attaching to things, attaching to people. And then how do we break away from that? How do we detach in a healthy way? My breakup of my marriage was not healthy. It was very, very toxic. And like I said, it took me a year to do that sanity check-in. So I encourage you, and the angels encourage us to check in every day, because if we let things build, and you know, mine built for almost 20 years of animosities and things that I wasn't happy about, he wasn't happy about. So check in every day and communicate. Communication is so key, no matter who it is that we're talking to or relating with. So communicate and see what's going on in that world, in that head. Annie, you're going on 5 years of healing since your divorce. Yeah, it takes time, and be gentle with yourself. That's the other thing. Don't judge yourself, and especially don't judge yourself harshly. And Kathy's asking for prayers to get health coverage for Colin. Awesome. Yeah, that's all stuff that you take into consideration, right? When you have children and they're no longer covered on your insurance policy, we pray that you get that, Kathy, and we'll be able to help Colin. Marietta is safely docked in North Carolina. Oh, I love North Carolina, especially this time of year. North Carolina in the springtime is beautiful. All the birds should be out singing to you right now. Oh, there's high winds predicted. Okay. Yeah, keep that sweet dream safe. Have her tied up tightly there. You got there yesterday afternoon. Within 15 minutes after we got the boat tied up, the winds increased. We're grateful that the angels are always with us on our adventures. They always are. And we all pray every day for those angels to keep you safe out on the waterway. Auntie Jean says, I'm sorry you had to go through that, Teri. However, maybe you had to learn how to help others. Thank you to all of us. You know, that really is the key, isn't it? Whatever we go through, if it's a not pleasant experience, we have that then we've come through the other side of it, and we can find the things we're grateful for and find what worked and what didn't work, and then we can share with others. So thank you, Jean, for those words. Deirdre, hello, hello. Yep, Easter is tomorrow. Getting there, aren't we? So give me one thing you're grateful for. Y'all know me. I love gratitude. Gratitude's right up there with love. And when you're starting to express one thing, just one thing that you're grateful for, your mind does this thing of, oh, wait, there's more. And more things pop in your head to be grateful for. And Kathy says, I think that's why some of us go through certain life challenges. Teri does help others, and I would like to help others as well, dealing with addiction in their family. Yep, I've dealt with that my whole life. My brother that gave me the kidney is an alcoholic. And there were times in our childhood, he was 2 years older than me. So there were times when he would go out at night and get drunk, and he'd tap on my bedroom window to let him in the back door so that it didn't wake mom and dad up and have a fight, which there were so many of those because of the drinking. And he says, I'm thankful for my life, my roof over my head, my children, our health, and the love we receive, and blessings. Oh, Annie, that's a whole lot of gratitude. Thank you for sharing. And it lifts me up to hear so much gratitude being shared. So what else y'all grateful for? Just give me one thing or more. I love more. Jessie, good morning to you. I'm going to see what Kuan Yin has to say for us this morning. I'm sure she has something to add to the conversation. Oops, looks like that's it. Come out there. Of course she does. So Kuan Yin says, love makes all things possible. Take your time. Commit to your inner journey and don't give up. The Divine Mother is always there. Success will be yours. I love that. When we add love into the mix, anything is possible. Love is what heals. So if we allow that love in, we receive healing. And that's what I finally figured out, that I spent my life not knowing what love was, always looking for it, looking for love in all the wrong places. Y'all know the song. And finally, I discovered it's in here. It's not out there somewhere. That love is inside. And when you do discover it, then everything becomes different. Everything looks different. People look different. The things people say sound different. So finding that love, it makes all things possible. I love that card for us this morning. Auntie Jean says, I'm grateful for love that can conquer any pain and sorrow we might have in our life. Absolutely. And Sally, today I'm grateful for the warmer temps, the sunlight, and the beautiful return of spring, along with the wonderful serenade that came from geese and sandhill cranes singing together in unison. I did not know you had sandhill cranes in Michigan. I thought that was a Florida thing. Oh boy, they're all the way up there, huh? You know, I have seen them fly. They're such a huge bird. I have no idea how they get off the ground, but they are amazing and they're loud. I remember when I lived in Melbourne, Florida, and there was an empty lot behind the house that we had bought, and the sandhill cranes gathered there in the spring to make their babies. And down here in Florida, they're protected. They are a protected bird, and you're not supposed to run them off. They're very loud, so you know they're there, but they are protected against anyone doing them any harm. And I just loved seeing them. I love seeing the little baby ones too. They're so amazing. Jean says, I am so excited. Dave got tickets for Christmas to see Marty Stewart and his band. It's next weekend. I get to see my sister Timmy. It's 2 towns over from where I grew up, and the fields of daffodils are blooming. Boy, we want pictures of that, my dear. And we want an update on our Mary Jane. How is she doing? Is she still in the hospital? Is she home? Inquiring minds want to know. Kathy says, I'm grateful for the man I talked with yesterday, and he understood that Colin qualified for health insurance, even though open enrollment is not until November. Wonderful. It looks like you're making progress, Kathy. Deirdre, we're so glad you're here. Grateful for eyes that see, ears that hear, cellular structure that's healthy, and MAPs, and so much more. We've missed you, girl. I'm so glad you're back. Isabel, grateful for my life challenges because they made me search for what is this all about and get where I am. I'm grateful for being able to empty my inner closet of burdens. I love that, Isabel. Emptying the inner closet of burdens. Beautiful. Sweep those right out the door. You don't need them. Catherine Kovacs, grateful for my fur babies. I love fur babies. I don't have any myself, but I just take whoever I'm with, and I love on their fur babies. So I'm missing some right now. So I'm ready for some fur baby love. Sally had a large flock this year, all hanging out together of the sandhills. Usually it's a sighting of 1 or 2. We also have a frog quartet that sings every evening. My favorite thing to do is disconnect and just listen with your heart. Do y'all remember that we made recordings? This was when we first got together as a family over 3 years ago. We made that recording of nature sounds, and then I put it together. I'm going to find that. I'm going to look at my old computer files and see what happened to it, because I loved it. We all recorded like the frogs and the crickets and birds or whatever was making noise outside. And then I put it together in a little recording for us. I'm going to find it. I'll share it. I can share that on the air without getting in trouble, I think. You know, I really miss being able to play our songs. And I think tomorrow I'm going to have to play our Sunday song. I can't stand it. I can't stand a Sunday without hearing that Sunday come to the water song. So I'm going to take a chance tomorrow. I may end up in Facebook jail, but I'm going to do it anyway. So hopefully you'll join in tomorrow for the afternoon tea. Good morning, Tammy Fisk. Oh, the word was sings. Okay. I thought so. That sings every evening. They don't dig, they sing. We have an update. Hang on, I got to sneeze, I think. Okay. Mary Jane will be in the rehab hospital for 4 more weeks, I think. I had to leave shortly after arrival yesterday due to therapy. Springtime allergies. You gotta love them. But Mary Jane is good. I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you for sharing the update. Thank you, Deirdre. Yeah, that sneeze just came out of nowhere, but I've been doing the sneezing with all of the stuff that's stirring up and blooming here in the spring. Auntie Jean says, yes, I remember that all I could record here was the traffic on the freeway. I do remember that, Jean. But we got some beautiful sounds. We got frogs and we got the crickets. And yeah, that was amazing. So I'll find it. I know I've got it. I think I have it on YouTube maybe. But I will definitely look and find it. Thank you. I know. I don't know if you all have allergies in the springtime, but I certainly do. And especially since I'm in places where I'm not used to whatever foliage is there that's blooming. And here, I think everything is blooming right now in Arizona, including the cactus. Sally says, we hear that song. We hear that song a lot. I'm having trouble with autocorrect this morning. We hear that song a lot on my indie rock stations we listen to. It always brings the entire P family to the center. The Come to the Water song. I love that song. And Kathy says, we had 2 summer-like days this past week, but this weekend will be quite chilly. 55 today and low 60s tomorrow. There's an orchid that my best friend Suzanne got me over a year ago, and it has 5 buds on it. I can't wait to see it flower again. Well, it's warmer where you are than it is here in the desert. You know, the desert gets cold at night. So right now I think it's 52. Deirdre says no allergies, but dust will do it. Yeah. Oh no. Joanne. Oh, sweet one. She's got a flat tire in North Miami, not the best neighborhood. Well, I hope help is on the way, my darling. You certainly don't need that this morning. And Sally has year-round allergies. Joanne, do you need some help? Do you need us to call somebody? Can call your hubby if you haven't already called him, and he's on his way, I hope. Or AAA or whoever might be able to come to your rescue. So let's send angels and ask the angels to surround you there where you're at. John is on his way. Good. Thank you. Just lock those doors and you stay safe until he gets there, my dear. Yes, thank you, Blue. Clothing Joanne with light. Absolutely. Archangel Michael, asking you to be with our Joanne right now in North Miami. Alrighty, let's do a message from the tiny book before we do our prayers. And then I am off to Sedona this morning. Sharon and I are going to go up and look at the retreat house and maybe take a few pictures and see what's around it so that those of you coming in for the retreat will be able to tell you where restaurants are and walking trails and all that good stuff. All right, so Kathy, you drew the Archangel Michael sign in the air. Yeah, Joanne, just know that you're loved and taken care of. They're right there with you. And Catherine Kovacs wants page 12 read today from the tiny book. So, all right, the tiny book of angel messages. I'm going to have some of these at the retreat, but if you haven't gotten yours yet, They are really drawing some attention. I've heard from a lot of you how much you love this tiny book. And if you haven't, if you haven't written uh, what do you call it? If you haven't written something about it on Amazon, a review, thank you. If you haven't written that review yet, please do. Please go in and both the tiny book and the Midnight Calls book and put a review on there. But no matter what it is, you can give from 1 to 5 stars, 5 being the best, of course. And it always helps when a book has a high rating. The readers do look at that. I look at that when I go in to buy a book. Of course, I buy them on Kindle, but I still look at what people say about it. Kathy says, yes, please, I love pictures. Even if I can't be there, you will be there in spirit. All of you will be. And Sally says, house dust and cats, as well as seasonal, makes for a miserable time. And Sally wants to hear message 3 on page 12. So 1, 2, 3. We believe in you. There are shifts and changes already in place. Hold on to hope. I love that message. It's a big thought for living today. Hold on to hope. And what does that mean? What are you trusting in? That's, to me, hope is trust. Hope is saying, I know that you're there, God. I know that you're there, angels, holding me, just like with our Joanne right now. We're hoping that everything is working perfectly, and it's not a wish kind of hope. You know, we think of sometimes of, oh, I hope that happens. But this is a trust. It's a belief. That's what hope is. It's a knowingness. All right, so I lost my, there it is. I lost my mouse. Uh, so I hope that resonated, and it is time for our prayers and to get out of here this morning. And Blue says, I'm going to have to get another box. I gave all of mine away, including mine. No, Blue, I'll send you a signed one so you can't give it away. But yeah, thank you. When we shared these little books, you know, they're so tiny. You can put them in your purse. If you have a pocket big enough, you can put them in a pocket. You can leave them on the dashboard of your car or in a special place that you go. They're just, to me, the most amazing little book that the angels wrote. I didn't write this. This is a book that the angels wrote. And I just want everybody in the world to have one. So I'm getting ready to order some more myself because I have a feeling the ones I take to Sedona are going to be gone after the retreat. So I want to make sure I have more while I'm here. While I have a place they can arrive to. And then after this, I'll be going into California. So I want to have some there that I can give away and sign for people. Kathy says, Bob is allergic to cats as well and pollens. Yeah. Am I planning on going to Sally and Tony's this summer? I believe it's going to be July, Kathy. Sally, we need to look at the exact date so we can let people know. And if anyone does want to come in and have a small gathering, we can do that. So let's put it on a calendar. I'm thinking July because June 1st I will be in just south of LA. I'm going to a conference called Contact in the Desert. And this is all about UFO sightings and interactions. And it's going to be huge. There's a whole hotel that's filled up already of people that are coming in to speak and to gather together to talk about this and how they're helping us. You know, they're not just curious. We have help from the galactic realm. And so I get to be there because I'm volunteering. So I get to hear everything there. All right, so type in your prayer requests and let's go into our hearts. We've only got a few minutes left. Okay. Tony threw her hands up in the air. Okay, Tony, why are your hands up in the air? Tony threw her hands in the air and said, boy, what a message. We needed to hear that. So thank you. Oh, the message from the tiny book. Sally, we need to get some of these tiny books at your store. Let's talk. Let's find a time that we can chat. I've been so busy planning the retreat and getting things together for that, but I need to be doing stuff that's going to happen in a few months. So, yeah, hold on to hope. It's a big message for us all today. And Deirdre, with your beautiful prayers, we missed this when you're not here. Deirdre says prayers for all humans, for Gaia and world peace, and that attention to human trafficking. Yeah. And Isabel's praying for Joanne to be safe with love and grace of God. Absolutely. Christina says, sorry I'm late. Grateful for justice warriors and those willing to stand for what is right. Grateful for being able to hike on a warmer day, and prayers for safe travels for you. Thank you, Christina. Yeah, I know there's so much going on right now with things that are not just. A lot of injustices happening. And yeah, yesterday was not a good day for that, was it? And Blue says, Lisa has mine. Chai tea for Teri. Oh, you know how I love my chai tea. Oh, sweet Lisa. Please give her a hug from me. And Kathy says, mine really helps me at work. And Bob keeps his in his work bag. Awesome. Well, I think you need one for the house too, Kathy. Just saying. And yeah, it is time to talk about it and make some plans, isn't it, Sally? Catherine, is that the one with Matthew McConaughey? The one what? No, this is the tiny book. And Catherine, I think you just got this. I think I got a message from you that you ordered yourself a tiny book and that you got it in. It's not wanting to stay put. Okay. Sally's messenger is going crazy, sending messages even before I'm done. Yeah, let's make an appointment and talk and get it on the schedule. We're going to do some land blessings, water blessings, and book signing. And Sally's asking for prayers for the downtown businesses of Allegan. We already lost 3 small businesses down there, and there's not much more to lose, so please keep everybody in your prayers. Is the construction done? I know that was a real concern, that when they were doing the construction, the businesses were going to suffer because of it. Yes, Catherine, I did read the Kuan Yin card, and it was all about love. Love makes all things possible. That was Kuan Yin's message for today, and it certainly does make all things possible. And Deirdre says, Teri, you should know that the human trafficking message is getting out a lot on network shows. It is. Absolutely. And Robin, good morning to you. Okay, so on YouTube we have Nita's, I don't know what your name is, sorry. Prayers for higher consciousness for all, and grateful for the light workers. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Annie Grayson with his dad for the weekend. Gonna drink my coffee and study today. Yay. Catherine, you were talking about the retreat. The retreat's in Sedona. It's next week. It starts the 14th. And we're going to have a long weekend together and lots of yummy stuff that we're going to be doing and experiencing. And Robin's asking for prayers to add Richard Barnes, awaiting a kidney transplant. Oh, my heart is there. I really pray for that for Richard. And let's add him to our grid, please. So the construction won't be over or starting in 2024. Hey, you Robin Waters Dykes. I'm so glad you're on the page. All right, so let's go in our hearts. We've got a few minutes left. If you have other prayer requests, please put them in. We have a long list, like 20 pages of names and places and animals that we pray for. So let's lift each other up in this time we have left. Let's lift our loved ones, anyone that's going through any struggle, challenge at all. We are right there with you. And Joanne, I hope that John has already arrived to help you with that flat tire. You're right here in my heart right now. I'm just praying that gets taken care of sooner rather than later. Suzanne, thank you for being here, Suzanne DeBozy. So let's breathe into our heart center. The breath is the connection. Take that breath into your lungs and breathe it back out. Let's do some release today. I feel that's needed with all that's going on in our world, and it affects all of us. When something is happening in one part of the world, we all feel it. So breathe into your heart. Hold that love. Just let that love permeate. Just like the physical heart sends blood through the veins, let your spiritual heart send love through your whole body, coming out into your aura, shining. Just let that love be what drives everything else out. Anything that's unlike love. If you have to clear your throat, if you have to cough, sneeze, yawn, whatever you have to do, just release right now. Maybe there's tears. When we let go, sometimes it brings out an emotion. And especially if we have stuffed that emotion down inside and we didn't deal with whatever it was in the moment we needed to deal with it, then it's just hidden away there in a chamber somewhere, or it gets stuck in a part of our body. And then we have pain, physical pain. So let's let go of anything we're holding on to, whatever that looks like. It's a grudge, it's anger, somebody did something. I held on to grudges for years with a family member where I was abused and didn't do anything to that family member. It just hurt me. So whatever we're holding on to is destructive inside of us. Let's take another breath in. Just breathe it into your heart. Hold it there. And let's do a hard exhale. And when you do that, it moves the energy. So whatever energy is stuck in a certain place in the body that's being destructive, that's causing pain, just Get it out. Get it to the outside of your body. It doesn't need to be in there. Only love and light is welcome in my heart. Let that be your motto today. Only love and light is welcome in. So let's do it again. If there's something you're feeling, if there's a pain you're feeling in a part of your body, that's stuck emotion. So breathe into it. I'm feeling pain in somebody's left knee. I'm feeling a joint pain, the elbow, shoulder. So if you're feeling it in your body, just breathe. Fill your lungs up completely with love. See it as a color coming into your body and let it go to that body part. I've got gold all over a certain body part right now that I just want to stop hurting because I'm going to be doing some walking today. So breathing right into that joint. It may be the back, it may be the neck, the shoulder, the head, wherever that pain is at. Just send that love and color that part of your body. And then let's let go of the pain. Let's let go of that emotion with that hard out breath. So you fill the lungs up completely. And then let it go. Let it go. Let it flow. And so you might look colorful today. There may be people with gold knees or green elbows or blue backs. Whatever it is that you colored it with love, just let that do what it does. Love heals. That's what Kuan Yin tells us. Love heals. And her message to us, love makes all things possible. The healing is possible because of love. Ah, how beautiful. So I hope you did that and keep doing it. Do it until you don't feel the pain anymore. Just let that pain go out of your body. That beautiful out breath, it moves the energy. So I encourage you to do that throughout your day. I keep losing my mouse. I keep reaching for it, and it's not where I think it's going to be. All right, so the last thing we do, what is the last thing we do, people? You know. Let me put it up here. The last thing we do is share our love with each other. I just love this program. I love that I can put these things up so we can all see it together. So let me see what y'all did. You colored yourself, didn't you? Catherine Kovacs, praying for your friends. Yes, I believe all of those are on our prayer list, but I'll put them up here so the ones that hold the grids, our grid keepers, the pair of jeans, can make sure you have all these names on the prayer list. And Sally is releasing the parts of the grudge against my sister, the parts I didn't recognize as emotional pain. Yeah, when we hold anything in, it's going to come out. It has to. It can't just stay in there. So it's going to come out usually as pain in some form. And John just pulled up. Yay, Joanne. I can breathe now. You're safe. I'm concerned when my peas are in trouble, and I want to know that everything is working perfectly, which I know it is, because we already sent the angels to be with you. But I'm so glad that John's there. Thank you, John, for taking care of our Joanne. And Sally says, my elbow, left knee, and shoulder. I bling. You have bling all over. Oh, yay. All right. Catherine sees magenta. Awesome. And we're getting I didn't do the 321. 321. Thank you. I love you. You can see I'm not all together today. So we have thank you, I love yous from Sally and Tony, from Tammy Fisk, from our Leo, Kathy Hand. Oh, Sally, you have a beautiful day as well. Auntie Jean, sending gratitude and love. Blue. And Deirdre. Catherine Kovacs. And Sally says, funny how he arrived as soon as the show was ready to end. The P family kept her safe. Absolutely. And Joanne says, man, I was scared. Thank you for all the prayers. Oh, you're so welcome, Joanne. Ricky and Josie, thank you. I love you. Annie Banani, thank you. I love you all. Oh, you all are so beautiful and fantastic and amazing. Thank you for being here on this Saturday morning. Thank you for watching the Saturday morning cartoon, Mama P and the Peas. I think we seriously need to find an animator and make an animated version of the Morning Cuppa Joy. I think that would go over really well, wouldn't it? I love you all so much. Stay in your hearts. Stay blessed. And keep doing the release. Keep breathing fully into your lungs. And let it go. Let it flow. I'll take some pictures up in Sedona. And I will share those with you. And maybe even a little video. Who knows? But just please keep us in your prayer as this retreat gets closer and closer every day. We have Florida peeps coming. We have California peas that are going to arrive and New York peas. People from all over are coming together in Sedona this weekend. And it's going to be blessed. So thank you for holding us up for that most beautiful experience possible. I love you. I'm out of here. If I can find the mouse. Have a good day, everyone. Namaste, y'all.